Hey guys, it's Amigurumi. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this bald eagle amigurumi. You can see it in its nest and here by itself. It all still likes to fly. You can find a free pattern on my blog amigurumi.com. Now let's get into its features. What makes it the bald eagle are the chest ruffles in the front. It also has a beak and felt eyes and 2 wings. And here it is how it looks on the back side. And it also has 2 cute feet with talons. It's part of my Bird Amigurumi series. You can find all these tutorials on my YouTube channel. Alright, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Here are the materials you'll need. You'll need a 4.0mm crochet hook and worsted weight acrylic yarn in the colors of brown and white and yellow. You'll also need Fabri-Tac glue and 2 small black felt circles for the eyes, polyfill stuffing, scissors, yarn needle, and a stitch marker. I just like to use a bobby pin. For the body with white yarn, you are going to make a slip knot. You get your crochet hook and go underneath the yarn and go on and pull on through and make a slip knot. And go ahead and hold your yarn by grabbing the pinky and then your index finger and grab the knot. Round 1, chain 2, that's 1 and 2, and into the first chain we are going to do 6 single crochet stitch. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then go ahead and pull it closed. And we're going to use our stitch marker and put it in the last stitch made. And then if we are going to ignore that right there, and then round 2 we're going to do 2 in each stitch all the way around, and you'll have 12 single crochet stitches. So in our very first stitch it is 1 and into the same stitch 2. Next stitch is 2, so that is 1 and 2, then 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and then it is 1 and 2, and into our very last stitch we are going to do our last 2 stitches. That's 1 and 2, and now we should have 12 single crochet stitches. Put our stitch marker back. Round 3, our pattern is 2, 1, 2, 1, repeat around, and we'll have 18 single crochet stitches. So that is 1 and into the same stitch, 2. Then just 1 in our next stitch, repeat the pattern again, that's 2 and 1. So that is 1 and 2, and then 1. Repeat the pattern all the way around and you will have 18 single crochet stitches at the end. Round 4, our pattern is 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Repeat around and you will have 24 single crochet stitches. So that is 1 and 2 and 1 and 1. Repeat again, that's 2, 1, 1. That is 1 and 2 and 1 and 1, and repeat the pattern around and you will have 24 single crochet stitches at the end. Now for rounds 5 through 7 we are going to stay at 24, so it's just 1 in each stitch all the way around. So go ahead and work up your stitches and I will meet you at the end of round 7. I haven't finished 7 rounds, but I want to show you the back and also the front, so it starts curving upward. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it and turn it around so that I can continue to crochet, and so that the correct side will be showing on the outside. And here it is after 7 rounds. If we count, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds. For round 8, I'm going to show you the front and back loop. So that's the front and that's the back loop. And for the next stitches, we're going to go to the front loop only. So here is our pattern. We are going to do a slip stitch into the front loop and then a half double crochet stitch. So insert hook, yarn over, you'll have 3 loops, yarn over and come out through all 3 loops. And in our next stitch, we are going to do another half crochet stitch into the front loop only. So just in that one loop, we are going to do a half double crochet stitch, and then into the same stitch, we are going to do a slip stitch. Then we are going to do a slip stitch in our next front loop only. So here is our slip stitch. Now we finished our first ruffle for the chest. Now I want to do 2 more ruffles, so I have 3 ruffles all together. So I'm going to repeat the pattern again. I'm going to do a slip stitch in my next front loop, then a half double crochet stitch into the same stitch. And in my next stitch, I'm going to do a half double crochet stitch into the front loop only, and then same stitch, I'm going to do a slip stitch. Front loop only, I'm going to go ahead and do a slip stitch. Now here is my second ruffle. I want to do 1 more ruffle. So into the front loop, going to do a slip stitch and a half double crochet stitch. Next front loop stitch, I'm going to do a half double crochet stitch and slip stitch into the same stitch, and then slip stitch into this stitch right here. And now I have 3 chest ruffles in the front. And then if I turn it around, you can see the chest ruffles right there, and you can see how it would look like on the bald eagle amigurumi. Now we're going to continue through both loops, and we're going to do single crochet in the next 15 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, and continue all the way around until you get to the end of the stitch marker. For round 9, we are going to stay at 24 single crochet stitches, but we are going to go through the first 9 stitches through the back loops that remain behind the ruffles. So there's the back loop right there. There's 9 stitches, so we're going to go ahead and do 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And this is how it looks like. Now for the rest of the stitches, we are going to go through both loops and do 15 stitches all the way around. So we're going to go through this stitch right here, and that is 1, 2, 3, and continue all the way around until you come back to your stitch marker. Now, if we look, we have our 3 chest ruffles here, but we want to have 2 chest ruffles that goes in between the 3 chest ruffles right there. So what we have to do is move over a little bit. So we are going to go ahead and single crochet in the next 2 stitches only. So that's 1 and 2, and then we are going to move the stitch marker And this will be the end of our round now. Now for round 10, we are going to do our ruffles again. So we're going to go in the front loop only. We are going to do a slip stitch and then a half double crochet stitch. And then into our next front loop only, we are going to do a half double crochet stitch and then a slip stitch into the same stitch. Next front loop only, a slip stitch. So we've made our first ruffle here. We need to make one more ruffle. So into our front loop only, we are going to do a slip stitch and then a half double crochet stitch. And then into the front loop again, we are going to do a half double crochet and same stitch, a slip stitch. And into our next front loop only, it is going to be a slip stitch. And now we've made 2 ruffles and they are in between our prior 3 chest ruffles. And this is how it looks like. So now we have to single crochet stitch around, but before I do, I'm going to change to brown yarn. So I'm going to prepare the brown yarn by doing a slip knot for the brown yarn, and I'm going to leave that. And then we're going to do a single crochet stitch. So yarn over and come out, and you're gonna grab the brown yarn and then pull it through to finish the single crochet stitch. And I just did my first single crochet out of the 18 I need to do, and I'm going to do single crochet around the rest of this round. So that is 2, 3, 4, and continue all the way around until you have done 18 single crochet stitches. I finished my last stitch for the round, and this is how our project looks like so far. And now for round 11, we are going to single crochet all the way around and stay at 24 single crochet stitches. But for the first 6 stitches, it's going to be through the back loop only. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now for the rest of the loops, we're going to go through both loops. So we are going to go ahead and go through both loops right here, and we are going to do 18. So that's 1, 2, 3, and continue all the way around. And when you finish the last stitch in this round, we can go ahead and cut off the yarn for the white yarn. Now for round 12 through 17, we're going to stay at 24. So it's just 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. So go ahead and work up your stitches, and I will meet you at the end of round 17. After round 17, this is how your bald eagle should look like so far. So if I count my rounds, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 rounds. So next, I just want to do 12 stitches only. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then I'm going to move my stitch marker, and this is now going to be the end of the new round. For round 18, our pattern is a decrease, single crochet, and repeat the pattern all the way around, and you'll have 18 single crochet. But instead of going through both loops, we are going to go through the back loops only. So we are going to do a decrease in the back loop, yarn over and come out, and then we're going to do a single crochet stitch, back loop, and then a single crochet stitch in the back loop. And then it's going to be decrease 1 1. So go ahead and do a decrease in the back loop only, and then a single crochet stitch, and then a single crochet stitch all in the back loop only. We're going to repeat the pattern all the way around, and you will have 18 single crochet stitches at the end. Round 19, our pattern is a decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet, repeat around, and you'll have 12 single crochet stitches. We're going to go through both loops. So here is our decrease, and then a single crochet stitch, repeat again. It's a decrease, single crochet. So here is our decrease, and then a single crochet, and continue to repeat all the way around. Before we get to our last round, we can go ahead and stuff the body. For round 20, we are going to do a decrease all the way around, and you'll have 6 single crochet stitches. So that is 1 decrease, 2, and then that is our third decrease, 4, 5, and our last decrease, that is 6. You can go ahead and cut off a long tail and fasten off. And here is how it looks like. We can go ahead and with our yarn needle, we want to sew the bottom closed. And here is our bald eagle body finished. For the wings with brown yarn, you're going to go ahead and make a slip knot. And then for round 1, we are going to chain 2, that's 1 and 2, and then 6 single crochet into our first chain, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to close it tight, and then use our stitch marker to mark the end of our round. And then we are going to ignore that first part right there, and then do 2 in each stitch all the way around, and you'll have 12 single crochet stitches all together. That is 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and repeat all the way around. Round 3, our pattern is 2 double crochet and then 1 double crochet in our next stitch. So we're going to yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, come out through 2 loops, yarn over, come out through 2 loops. And then we're going to do another double crochet into the same stitch, yarn over, insert hook into the same stitch, yarn over, come out through 2 loops, yarn over, come out through 2 loops again. And then 1 double crochet stitch right there, and we are going to yarn over, come out through 2, yarn over, come out through 2. Now we are going to fasten off and cut off a long tail, and here is our first wing completed, and you'll want to make 2. Now for the foot with yellow yarn, you're going to make a slip knot. Then we're going to chain 4, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to slip stitch back 3 stitches. That is 1, 2, and 3. Going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to slip stitch back 3. So that's 1, 2 and 3. Then we're going to chain 3 one more time. That's 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to slip stitch back 3 stitches. So that's 1, 2, and then 3 into the original chain right there. And then we are going to fasten off, leaving a long tail. Here is our first foot. You want to make 2 in total. For the beak, we are going to go ahead and with yellow yarn, you are going to chain 2. So that's 1 and 2. Then we are going to do 4 single crochet into the first chain. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you're going to go ahead and pull it tight. And then use our stitch marker to mark the end of the round. Now for round 2, we are going to do 2 in each stitch all the way around. So in our first chain, or in our first stitch right here, it's going to be 2 right there. So that is 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Then next stitch is 1 and 2, and in our very last stitch it is 1 and 2, and now we should have 8 single crochet stitches in total. For round 3, we are going to half double crochet in the first 4 stitches and then single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So here is our half double crochet. So that's 1 half double, next stitch 2, 3 half double, and then 4 half double. And then in the rest of the stitches, just single crochet stitch around. So that is 1 single crochet, 2, 3, and then in our last stitch, that is going to be our 4th single crochet stitch. Then we're going to do a slip stitch in our next stitch. Then we're going to fasten off and leave a long tail. Here is our beak completed. And here's how it looks like from the side. And here is our finished bald eagle amigurumi. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my patterns. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.